Well, it is that time of the week again. It's 3 p.m. and it is Thursday. And today we are happy to welcome back the Urban City Builders. Today we have Justin, the CEO, and he was kind enough to bring along a buddy. We have the project manager, Shaun. Right on. How are you guys doing?
Good, awesome. Thanks for having us today.
Yeah, it's been a year or so since I've last seen you.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But you look the same. I guess that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing.
More
handsome, we'll say. You guys, everyone looks great.
That's right.
Carly, you're looking handsome today too. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me rephrase. You look beautiful.
Yes.
Well, great. You guys made it here okay with all the snow?
Yeah. Can't believe the snow from the south all the way up to the north here. There's quite a bit up here.
Yeah, it's wild. We got pounded.
It's not very good for April, I guess. But
I saw on I don't remember which news source it was, but it was a record snowfall.
Yeah.
In Calgary.
That's what I heard too.
I think it said 22 centimeters or so in 20 hours.
Yeah, it's insane.
Which was wild.
Yeah.
And I kind of packed myself up, ready for summer.
Yeah.
You know, barbecue's getting ready to go, yard's already, boom.
Yeah.
I had my patio furniture out as well. I was ready.
Yeah.
Things change quick.
What can you do? Luckily for you guys, you're inside most of the time for a lot of the work you're doing. So,
Yes.
a little less of a pain. Getting to site is a different thing, but
I don't have to deal with the elements, which is nice.
yeah, of course. I had to reschedule a lot of my inspections because of it, but I got a lot of other work to catch up on, so I can't complain.
Yeah.
So, Urban City Builders, is that like city or what?
Yeah. People ask me that all the time, I guess, and yeah, I think it's city builders if you really wanted to call it that.
I'm only playing.
Yeah.
So why don't we start a little bit with each of you describing, I guess, how you got involved in this industry.
I think for me going back, getting involved, just have always grown up in the trades, and then starting into renovations and stuff, just seeing, I guess, friends and family having contractors come in, having a bad experience, and then just wanting to be a good, honest contractor and help people out. Guess that's kind of why I got started in it.
Yeah, right on. That's a good reason enough, no doubt about it. Being involved in the trade already and just seeing how many shady people there are and, the wrong ways to do business is certainly an inspiration.
Yeah, for sure.
Right on.
And then, Shaun, he's been in the trades forever too, so we kind of met along the way. I guess probably known each other for 10 years or more now. So
he was my framer. I was working for one of the top 5 builders in the city, and he framed a good house for me, and he was a good guy to work with. And so for me, I've been in the trade for like 15 years. Started kind of as like a grunt laborer working for one of the top 5 builders in Calgary here, and just made my way up from that to supervising, and from there I like project managing. I like working with people. I like problem solving, and and then seeing something come from nothing to finishing product, and then customer or client or whatever is happy. So that's kind of my background for
right. Well, also a terrific way to get involved.
Yeah,
of course.
Yep.
And having started at the bottom, right, working your way to the top.
Yep.
It's a success story, of course, which is fantastic to hear. It's nice to for us, for our guests listening as well, it's nice to hear how, with whatever industry you get involved in, you'll always progress over time.
Yeah.
The promotions come, the opportunity to learn is always there. And
that's what it is.
15 years later, you're sitting in the No Payne podcast
That's
room,
right.
You're at the top of the pyramid now.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
You guys are really bumping now since last time I've been here, so
yeah,
it's awesome to see.
It's worth putting in a little bit of extra effort outside of the re-roofing itself and all of the other service work that we do.
Yeah.
There are other areas to excel in, I suppose, and you don't see too many roofing companies with an amazing online presence.
Yep.
I guess I shouldn't say too much, but I don't see a lot of other companies doing the same kind of thing. So with that, and now with the podcast as well, it's a good opportunity to showcase local business, which was the whole point.
Yep.
Help raise awareness, but at the same time, promote ourselves, and
Yep.
it's been a win-win, and give everybody an opportunity to win money and get
Yeah.
prizes. So let's not forget about the mystery word challenge. Everybody, keep your ears peeled. Another thing worth mentioning. We have a whole lot of dog leashes as well. No Payne
yeah.
roofing dog leashes, and we'd like to give them away. So if you have a friend who needs a dog leash, or if you yourself need a new dog leash, leave a comment on this video, and we'll be sure to run one out to you. Right?
There you go.
So right.
Great for walking your dog around the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, or urban areas. Right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Exactly. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to ask you this question. Keep it business. In the meantime, which aspect of your company do you value most?
I think for me, the aspect that I value the most is, I guess, our trades that we have working for us, and we're lucky to have such amazing trades.
Yeah.
And they're the structure of our business, how we can operate, and we know everything's up to quality standards that we want. So, I think that's the biggest.
I would agree. I mean, I think the biggest thing, is our trades. The guys that come in, like, without those guys, we wouldn't be where we are. It's like, it's a team effort. So it's not just us two. It's the guys that we hire. Just how personable they are, how professional they are, how they can problem solve. They're, clients, most of our clients that deal with them are like, they love them. They're great guys. They're respectable. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's one of the biggest things, right? I mean, you're only as good as your trades are. And if you
Yeah,
have
for
guys
sure.
who don't know what they're doing, you're going to have issues, right? So
Of course.
but-
we can attest to that as well. You sometimes get applicants.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got 8 years, and
Yeah.
roofing experience, and it becomes evident very quickly sometimes just how underexperienced they really are.
yeah.
And for yourselves as well, you could I assume you're subcontracting certain
Yeah.
parts
Yep.
of the job, and you'd have an applicant, or you'd reach out to a specific company, and they can sometimes paint the wrong
Yeah.
picture,
Yes.
right?
Or
Yeah.
there's so much stuff that could happen along the way, especially when our trades are in people's houses. So we just want them to be like us, where they're respectful and
Yep.
honest, and
Yeah.
not making messes, and keep it clean before they leave at the end of the day. So
Right.
that's a huge thing. And we do get a lot of text from clients just saying how they love our trades and how respectful they were.
Yep.
And that's such a great feeling to hear that at the end
Yeah.
of the day.
Yeah.
Just knowing that that's
Yeah.
what we're expecting out of them.
Yeah.
And
Especially when we can't be there all the time, right? So having these guys, in people's houses and stuff like that people feel comfortable. Like, hey, there's a stranger here, but you know what? He's here. He's taking care of this
Yeah.
project that needs to be done. And if they have questions, usually if it's something straightforward, our guys have no problem answering or coming up with options to problem solve sometimes, right? And then
Yeah.
they'll bounce them off us. But
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, a very important factor to consider. As you said, clean up at the end of the day. Things
Yeah.
like that are extremely important. We can relate in the sense of, roofing debris and whatever else, loose materials around the yard at the end of the day. But working inside somebody's home, it's kind of a different game for sure, because
is.
you could be moving through their living spaces or
Yeah.
areas of the house where you're not working,
Yeah.
that's right.
leaving a trail of
Yeah.
drywall dust or whatever
Yeah.
on your way through the house can, it can certainly upset the client if you're not careful. So
Yep.
to know that you guys have tradesmen that are on ball with that, or
Yep.
as particular as you guys are, is great to hear.
Yeah, I think we're very fortunate. So, a lot of time just screening our trades, and we're just fortunate to have them. So, like
Yeah.
Shaun said, if we didn't have good trades, we wouldn't be anywhere. So,
Yeah.
Right.
same for, I guess, any kind of business.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Which is like usually in a business, it's employees, right? If you don't have great employees, then
Yeah, you're gonna-
it reflects how they treat your clients or people like that. So
Right. Of course. All right, let's throw another question at you. Hey, how's everybody doing out there? I'm not sure what camera we're streaming from at the moment, but my camera.
you're
Well,
on there.
hey, I was just gonna say, I just wish,
Look
or
this way, there's not even a camera.
I'm looking at you and you don't have a camera. Your face is not a camera. I don't know what I'm doing. I just wanted to send out some warm wishes to our viewers. I hope you guys are tuning in. And for those of you who are, thanks for tuning in. So far, it's been a great conversation. And you guys have already learned a thing or two about the Urban City Builders.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
are spot on. So, thanks for tuning in again, and mystery word. Don't forget about the mystery word.
Yeah.
And if you need a dog leash, comment below. All right.
I think I'm going to take a couple of these dog leashes with me
Yeah,
today.
you should.
So,
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
All right, cool. I thought of a question while
Sure.
you guys were talking. I was paying attention. Don't get me wrong, but I thought of another question. So, which area of the city do you guys do most of your work? I guess that's a hard one to tell or to answer.
a lot of our work is, I mean, I'm central and Shaun lives in the south, so a lot of our work's in the south. But I guess lately we've done a lot of work in the north too. So
Yeah.
kind of all over the city, we kind of operate. So
I would agree. Yeah, I mean, right now the majority has been the south, but prior, I would say a couple months ago, we had a couple projects in the north where we actually met you guys.
Hey.
The one you guys helped us on. So yeah, so right now, yeah, south heavily, but we're willing to be anywhere in the city.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the climate that we're in can have an impact as well too. Some say the hail would hit harder in the south that year, and you get a lot of jobs there. But so you guys are all over the city, I suppose, but more so right now in the south.
Yep.
A lot, right on. Yeah, we were based in the northwest for most of the time, even now still in the northwest.
Yeah.
So a lot of our jobs it's still common to have work in this area, but again, we're all over the place.
We see your guys' signs because we're all over, and we just did our basement in Deer Ridge, and you guys were just working down the road, so we see your signs all over town too.
No Payne signs hanging out around there too.
Yeah, cool. That's a game of its own, just advertising. Cause I mean, too many signs is a problem, but putting them in the wrong area, is a problem as well too. So, it doesn't sound like you guys are complaining, which is good.
No, I love seeing them. So.
No.
We know you guys are around, and we know you guys are doing awesome. So.
Yep, you guys are everywhere.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Cool. So why don't we move into some of the photos that you guys brought with you? We can give the audience an idea of what we're talking about. One other thing, Carly, can you turn my headphones down just a bit, please? I think my microphone is blowing my own head off. Yeah, no, that's a lot better. We, as you can tell, I'm using a lapel mic today because we have an extra guest. For those of you who haven't noticed, this is our first time in this podcast space with a secondary guest, and it's cool because it'll help to work out the bugs and figure out how to do this setup, and so far so good. So, what do I got going on the screen here? Right. Wrong stuff. Urban City Builders, that's what we want. So why don't we start with a before shot? Okay, so this looks like the beginning of a basement renovation.
Yeah, this is one we just did in Auburn Bay. So just kind of before photos. You can see in the back there we got our TV backing in for future wall mounting your TV. And
oh, sweet.
Yeah, just kind of a before and after photos we've been doing just to try and show people what it looked like before and
what we're capable. Yeah, and this was a 2-bedroom basement that we did. I think it was just under 600 square feet or so. And it turned out awesome. The client needed an additional 2 bedrooms for their kids, and we were able to accomplish that for them. And then within a little open space and a spot where they could kind of over to the far left there, a spot where they could kind of set up a computer station and all that too. So,
What kind of insulation is that, if you don't mind me asking? I don't know if that's a difference. I used to insulate. I only ever saw it pink in walls. I've never seen this brown marbled.
It's the same. I think that's a 2x6 frost wall. So there they just use, it's just the brand. So it's just a brown color. I mean, we end up doing rock salt in the ceiling for them just to help do some sound deadening, which is usually can come in green. But I mean, some of the older homes, you'd see the pink insulation, but now it comes in either in white or this brown with a little bit of like marble in it or something.
Maybe not just a rock wall or.
Real question is why isn't anybody having fun with it? Like, why are we not seeing green?
I brought you to
or
work
blue?
with it one day,
right?
and you hated it. They wouldn't make it from
Yeah, I did insulate. We had a day off, and I went with Carly when she was still insulating.
Were you itchy?
Oh,
It was brutal.
He was crying.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
It was.
He underestimated it. He was
Yeah.
like
I
sticking
totally
his head out the window on the way home.
Yeah, I did. It was.
I've done a bit of it, especially when we're doing the ceilings, and I have
all the
more
ceilings.
credit to the guys who deal with this stuff daily.
It's the worst. You'll insulate and then you'll put your jacket on and then it's inside your coat on the way home. You're just scratching.
And you don't want to scratch because then, and if you're sweating, it's even worse.
You want
I
to
did that for a year.
Did you?
I know the struggle.
you want to get into a cold shower right away.
Yeah.
Weird. It was a different game because I spent a lot of time in attics. I mean, No Payne does insulation top-ups.
Yep.
Right, and I'm
Blown
sometimes swimming
insulation.
in it.
Yep.
I think it's a little different. The bat insulation is.
It is. Yeah,
fiberglass.
Fiberglass more than this. The blown insulation is not, right. Like you can
Yeah.
swim in that stuff and you won't feel the itch.
Yeah.
But this, ooh,
So here I thought I was conditioned,
Yeah.
but in the end I was
no.
Hopefully it
just
wasn't.
just a little boy
Yeah.
just crying to his mommy.
Make
'cause
the
I'm
mistake
so
of
itchy.
wearing your T-shirt and you're looking around. How come everyone's in long sleeve and you're the only one in a T-shirt? Oh, that's why.
Yeah, no, I learned the hard way,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Well, let's learn about how this basement turned out, right? Like, look at this, kaboom!
So yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
just after, and I guess with our basements, a lot of times we're just matching upstairs finishing, so it flows through. So it's kind of what the upstairs, same paint color, same baseboards.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we are using we can do 4 or 6 inch pot lights in the basements. Yeah, that one turned out pretty nice.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks beautiful for sure. I wish I had walls in my basement.
Yeah,
You can't see it too much here, but this basement is unfinished, and it's even this basement we even needed electrical. We had the honest electrician, who was a past guest of the podcast, called him up. He came and installed, I think, 8 outlets in the
Oh,
basement.
cool.
Here. There was only one
yeah.
right next to the panel,
Yeah.
and with all the studio stuff and everything. Had
Well,
no
call
choice
us when
but
you're
to
ready.
install some.
We'll finish it off.
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, that would be. I mean, from what I'm seeing, you
Yeah.
guys would be the right team to go with.
Yep.
So, right on. It looks great. I mean, I can think of just how many posters I could throw up
Yeah, you can.
on a piece of drywall. I mean, you saw the stairwell
Yep.
where there's drywall.
Yep.
And yeah, no, that would be.
Tons of
could
wall
have
space there.
a full band set up down there.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think
That's-
on this one too, we made it so they had options to have the TV either at the very end or to the far left. Yeah, it was just.
So
the
you put in
space.
that extra bracing, like
Yeah,
behind
so
the drywall.
yeah,
Right.
extra backing, and then just gives the client the option of, hey, if they change their mind, or depending how they stage that basement with a sectional or whatever.
Right.
So
That one,
Yeah.
we didn't send you the photos, but they did the 2 kids' bedrooms. They were moving down, and the one was like bright pink, and the other one was like a
aqua greenish.
yeah
or something like
aqua
that?
green.
yeah.
So the photos I think are on our Facebook, but
check
pretty,
that out.
Pretty bright colors.
Yeah.
Which we like to see some different stuff once in a while.
Yeah, of
So-
course. Yeah.
The
how you-
kids are happy, so that's
Yeah.
all that matters.
A little bit more
No
personable.
doubt about it. All right, we'll move on to another B4. So looks like we got a shake roof happening here
Yeah.
under
Yes.
a deck.
So this is one where we met you guys. Client had a walkout deck coming off her master bedroom that she no longer used, and it was actually rotting and falling apart, and she wanted to put a roof on there with 2 skylights. And yeah, so we came in, and
That's her kitchen nook below. So
Yeah.
the biggest thing was her house faced. She didn't get a lot of sunlight, so with the skylights that we put in, she was super pleased after just to get some light into her kitchen nook. 'Cause she spends a lot of time just reading and drinking
Right.
coffee in there. So
Yep.
yeah, like Shaun said, that deck was pretty much rotted. So we pulled it off, and then we put on a gable Dutch roof. The photo after you'll see.
Yeah, we'll go to
Yeah.
that right now. Let's take a look. Hey, there it is.
Yeah, so and this, Shaun said we met you guys here, and you guys did all the new soffits for us, the new shingles, all new eavesdrops around the whole house. Yeah, turned out awesome. I don't have I never took a final photo, but
one in progress after no
Yeah.
paint is shingled.
and we closed off the old door and the window, and that it all got stuccoed, so they're super pleased with it. Just looks a lot better.
This was in the south. This job was it?
No,
No,
it was
north.
Hawkwood.
Okay,
Yeah.
my mistake. I've had 1,000
Sorry.
roofs running through my head. I thought that might have been one that I was on, but
Yeah.
regardless, I think she made the right choice.
Yep.
Um,
She was loving it, especially in the inside. The light that was coming through with the skylight, it was
Yeah.
just night and day. And she had her
Yeah.
table right underneath it, and
It was hard to get the old deck off. Back in the day, they used to use a lot of hand spikes, so there's probably like 10,000 nails in that sucker.
Yeah.
And we were dealing with by the time that we got the trusses made and stuff, we were getting into like September, into the rain season last year, and just trying to battle the elements to get the old deck off and get it
Right.
yeah, get it closed up before
for the
before we-
snow.
yeah before. Oh, then there's the end. Yeah.
So there's the skylights from below looking up. yeah, it looked awesome. And then we put pot lights in that area. It just was a night and day difference from inside, I guess.
Yeah.
She was super happy with it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I assume that she would be for sure. It looks terrific. I just had a thought, looking at this, if this was a place of my own, I'd try to get some green vines,
Yeah.
kind of snaking around, and I'd try to get some jungle vibe going on up in there.
Yep, kind of like the podcast in here. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. We didn't really know what kind of direction we wanted to take when we first
Staged
set it up, because
Yeah.
it was similar. This is a lot of the similar equipment from the last space, and
Kind of feel like we're in a jungle down here. But
yeah, we had Mike kind of left it up to me, I guess, largely. And I mean, I'm like, okay, we're a roofing company. What am I going to shingle the interior? And
Yeah.
shingle the walls? But I mean, I found the silk plant warehouse down by Chinook Mall.
Yeah.
Nice.
And reasonable prices. And I mean, I like green. Green's my favorite color, and it just gives it
Yeah.
I guess, jungle vibe.
The
is
jungle
Jungle,
vibe,
yeah.
the only jungle podcast in the city.
In
Yeah.
the city, yes.
Only one.
Just,
And so far, so good. Nothing's dying, right?
No.
no, nothing's
Nothing's
dying.
dying.
Stays green.
Yeah,
It's
that's
all,
great.
Lots of watering all these plants, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. All right, guys, cool. All right, let's move on to, I don't know if we got any other befores, but we got some other,
Yeah, I think we just sent
let's drop around this one here.
just some after ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is the one that we did in mahogany, and so that rail, that picture that we're showing you there, that was a full stub wall there that we removed for them, and they actually had spindle rails upstairs, so they wanted to match that. So we were able to partner up with another company in the city here, and that had actually previously done the spindles upstairs for them, and was able to match that for us. And yeah, it was a nice space. Ends up having a nice bar area that Justin sent you a photo as well, and then just behind where you can't see in the photo is going to be a gym area there for the client, and then they ended up doing a home theater little section there too as well. But yeah, it was about 900 square feet
Yeah.
that we were able to complete for them and kind of make it
We're just
special.
waiting on that back area there. We're just waiting on the custom glass to get put in. That'll be a gym. And like Shaun said, we opened up the stair hole. I think that's one of the biggest features for a basement. If it just for open concept, when you're coming down, it just
Right.
feels more open.
So,
and
yeah, so I was going to ask, I think you used the phrase stub wall.
Yes.
Right? So that rather than where the railing was, that was just a wall that went straight up
Yeah.
to the roof. I
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it was
So-
just full
Yeah,
height,
that would
full
create-
height wall there, and then we
Right.
just tore it right down.
so much
Yeah.
more open.
I agree. It would
Yeah.
certainly open things
Yeah.
up. For
Especially on that, because they don't have a basement door, right? So when you come in from the front door and come down the hallway, it just
You can see
opened
down.
it right up. Yeah, so it was just a seamless transition where, yeah, you basically can come from upstairs, downstairs, and it's just nice, complete area.
Right. So this is that same basement space.
Yeah.
eh?
Yep. And that
So-
would be their theater section there.
Yeah, so essentially, in this photo, we were just waiting on some final stuff, but it's a home theater, so they have their projection TV, their speakers, they're going to have their theater wall. The back plug there behind the bar is going to be their flat screen. Just waiting on install, so... but yeah, it's definitely going to be a nice place to entertain some friends, and yeah, it's just a nice, bright space, I guess.
For sure. No, I could imagine one hell of a ping pong tournament down there, or
Yeah.
a pool table down there maybe, or
Yeah.
I mean, personally, karaoke setup is usually
Karaoke?
what I'm pretty big on
Yeah.
karaoke, so I
The space is big enough for all that, right? You could
Yeah,
easily
exactly.
put a ping pong table or a pool table in there. So
it'd be nice, and I aspire to have a place as nice as this someday. I'm living in a jungle right now,
that's okay.
but no, that'd be I'd have some parties in that basement.
Yes.
Put it that way.
A funny story: the basement with the sound system. The wife selected a sound system, and then the husband for the ceiling, and then the husband selected a different one. So at the end,
Yeah.
it was just pretty funny because he went with a bigger sound system and didn't let her know.
Yeah, upgraded, and she was wondering why she had extra holes in her ceiling.
Yeah.
and
Right.
Found out later those are for speakers.
That's for his zone,
Right.
his area.
I've yet to actually even listen to a sound system like that that's in the ceiling. I mean, I find them all the time during my inspections. Part of one of my inspection points would be to be sure that they're poly sealed properly,
Yeah.
and the pot lights and speakers and things. But I can't imagine just how sweet that would be to just be laying on my couch and you'd have like, okay, Google, play
play-
some Black Sabbath or whatever.
Yep.
And coming right from the ceiling, it probably sounds a lot better than Oh, see, like I said, okay, Google, look at it.
There you go.
Ah,
There
it's
you
bringing
go.
up my my music.
Here, some Iron Maiden.
Magic Pie, Magic Pie. Yeah, we got Black Sabbath.
There you go.
It's playing too. Where's that coming from? Oh, it's coming through the TV.
Awesome.
Iron Man, cool. Okay, well that was.
That would sound awesome through those speakers.
Yeah, there. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, Google, got you all sidetracked. That'd be something I'd like to install if it's not already installed in a place that I'd buy, because I
Yeah.
think that'd be a great
I think
perk
with
to have.
sound systems, like we're always talking and using different suppliers, but there's so many different options, right? You can do like, I mean,
You can do tower speakers. You
Yeah.
can do ceiling speakers. It all depends what you want to do. If you're going to do a home theater, or if you're setting it up for watching sports, or like you said, you want to set it up kind of more of a like kind of where you can jam out, right? You
Yeah.
might want to have certain speakers set up in a certain way.
For sure.
Yeah.
I was
so-
thinking like karaoke or something set up. You'd have the
Yeah.
tower speakers
That'd be
like
awesome.
in the wall, and then
That's right.
have all the ceiling speakers. Like I would.
Yep.
I'd have to sell a lot of equipment though if I.
Yeah,
did that, 'cause
that's right.
I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of equipment
Yeah.
that would be in place of that, but hey, cool guys, right on. Well, from what I've seen, I'm certainly impressed, as are our viewers.
yeah.
Nice.
So for any of you guys listening, you want to reno your basement, you want to redevelop the basement, be sure to contact Urban City Builders.
Yeah. And-
Don't be confused. Don't Google city builders.
No.
That's right.
It's Urban
and
City.
we do
Yes.
work all around the city, so
Yep.
Do you do any work in the suburban areas? Any suburb work?
yeah,
Yeah?
sometimes.
Any
yeah.
surrounding
Yeah.
surrounding areas? Like how far out do you guys go?
We always do. Well, we do Airdrie.
Yep.
We've
We did
done a few
project
in
in Airdrie.
Airdrie. A lot of it's just in Calgary, but we have done in the past like Okotoks, Chesimir. I guess around the city, but just a lot in the city of Calgary.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. We're similar, but
Yeah.
sometimes you'll get a project that's worthwhile.
Yeah.
That's right.
Um,
Yep.
Actually, the farthest out Payne had ever gone, we went to Vernon, BC.
Oh, cool.
wow.
It's actually family friends of mine. So myself and a friend, two-man team went out there. It was like 65 bundles or so. It was a
Wow. Oh, wow.
rather small home, but it was.
I'm surprised you came back. So nice out there.
Yeah, I grew up in the Okanagan.
Oh, there you go.
So
Oh, wow.
Vernon's very close to home. I'm from Penticton.
Oh,
so
awesome.
I grew up on the lake, and yeah, getting back into the Okanagan. I think it was like January. It was
Okay. That's
yeah,
why it was easy to come
midwinter.
back.
it was midwinter, but
Yeah.
getting to see these old family friends and
Yeah.
hang out with my friend who was with me, working with me. He's
Yeah.
also from the Okanagan.
cool.
So
Okay.
We
So,
usually
yeah, it was cool.
we usually go to out and just hang out on the beach on Skaha and down there every year with her daughter, and such a nice place.
Yep.
it is. It's beautiful, no doubt about it.
The
Mild winters.
Ice cream stand there that makes her happy.
There
And
you go.
Yeah, for
Yep.
sure. Yeah, well, right on. I mean, that would be a good segue into some more personal questions, I suppose.
We
We've
do
seen
have
a
some
lot.
Other questions here.
Other
too,
questions,
just so you know,
Scarlett, take it away.
Sure.
before you make it too personal. So the first one is, what seasonal challenges are you guys faced with? Do you have a favorite season to work in?
I don't think we don't really have seasonal challenges. I think it's just more maybe the weather challenges us all the time.
Right.
Like going outside when it's cold, but for us, I think summertime, I guess, is just you feel
I'm
more
a summer-
energized going out
Yeah.
and more pumped to get out there and do stuff.
Yeah. I'm a summer guy. I like the summer. I'm originally from Ottawa, Ontario, so it's more humidity, heat there, so I like the summer. But yeah, I mean, for projects, when we're doing a lot of basements, obviously weather doesn't matter. If we're doing something like where we met you guys on that roof, then obviously you want to try to do that in the summer months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say I can certainly relate, just to, I guess, pristine conditions, or which times of year you'd prefer.
Yeah.
Midsummer is brutal.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Too
Because
hot.
I think last summer, we hit a record high.
Oh yeah.
And when we're doing, say, we're installing black shingles.
Oh, yeah, you
and
can't even
we're-
be up there.
It's like, the
Yeah.
heat radiating from the black shingles themselves
Yeah.
are brutal. We had one of our crew members, crew leader, Bo Wold, he brought a thermostat up there with him.
Oh,
Just
wow.
like non-digital, it was like a traditional thermostat, a small one, and it was passed. It was like full on. I think it hit like 50 Celsius at least.
Yeah. Time to be inside.
But yeah, so midsummer is brutal sometimes. Another problem though is the shingles themselves.
They-
They will just
Disintegrate, eh? Yeah.
Exactly. Well, they'll just like they're very malleable
They
when
melt.
they're hot. They'll
Yeah.
just you'll mark them up like crazy.
Yeah.
Even if you wear just like skate shoes or
Yep.
something, you
Yeah.
can't really be walking up there.
Yeah.
So essentially, prime time. I mean, like springtime is great. Just when you say
Yeah.
it's like say 18 degrees Celsius and clear, it's beautiful. So like fall and spring are
Yes.
great. Summer is great, obviously, but
Yeah.
it has its challenges because
Yeah.
you sometimes have to call it a day
Yes.
when it's just too damn hot.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We get lucky sometimes though when we do re-roofs around some of the lakes that we have.
Oh, cool.
Sometimes right on the lake.
Yeah.
That's certainly a morale booster
Yes.
for
Yeah.
sure when we have that kind of access. But
Yes.
You feel like you're in the Okanagan again.
yeah, no doubt. I'd like to. I think one of us. Bo, who I mentioned, he's also from Penticton, and starting a branch, a no Payne branch in
Cool.
that area would certainly
Wow.
be worthwhile for the
That's
company,
right.
but beneficial for us as well, being closer to family and
Yeah.
back
That's-
home.
yep.
That'd be worthwhile. But I think they're only pushing like 50,000, 55,000 people now
Oh, okay.
around there, so
Yeah.
it'd be a bit of a
A bit of smaller. Yeah.
difficult
small community.
foothold, I think, in those areas, but
Yeah.
a goal
Yeah.
nonetheless.
That's right.
Any more questions popping in there, Carly?
Yeah. Do you find that basement condensation is a challenge? Could you get a lot of condensation if things aren't done properly?
Yes. So I mean, if you go in a basement and you're seeing tears in the poly, and you're missing insulation, yes, you will get condensation, especially in the city of Calgary, where we get a lot of freeze thaw. Where some people who have undeveloped basements, you will see some of that condensation or frost build up on your poly, because obviously there's an air gap coming through, right? You got cold air coming in, and then you have a warm basement. So the one thing that helps a lot of people and helps a lot of basements is before we even get that far, obviously we're sealing up any holes or replacing any poly, and then as soon as you end up drywalling your ceiling and your walls, now you're actually keeping that heat into that basement, so you start seeing that go down. But we have basements before we go in, people were saying they're having condensation problem, and as soon as we develop the space, that problem's gone, especially if we've made sure the poly
It's
and the
sealed off.
insulation is sealed up and done properly, right? So that's the biggest thing.
I think
Our
you're.
poly here is not sealed.
Yeah.
And
No.
our joist ends are completely open with insulation.
So that hot air is just
we
literally
get cold
just
winters down
that's
here.
right. Yeah, it gets super cold, and you'll see frost build up, right? Because it gets super cold outside, and then you have inside, it's plus 20 because you have your thermostat out, and it's minus 30 outside, and then you see frost, and then we get that chinook come through, and then it all starts to melt, and then people are
Soaked.
like, why is my windows wet? Why is this wet? Right? So, but yeah, as soon as we develop, most of
Yeah.
that goes away.
Yeah.
As long as you're paying attention and you're taking care of that poly and that insulation prior to closing up everything.
We gotta seal our poly.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm staring at it now. I'm like, ugh.
yeah. Well, I'm thankful that this is a rental property.
Yes.
Which is cool.
Yep.
Because I intend to.
Still doesn't help the heating bill, my friend.
Doesn't help
No,
the
it
heating
doesn't.
bill,
Yeah.
but
Those windows need to be recessed. There's how much cold air gets into
Yeah.
those.
yeah.
And you have someone who used to insulate and poly. She
Yeah.
knows.
There you go.
I wanted
Yeah,
to
well,
do it,
she
but
is-
he's like, I want to put my stuff down there, so he covered all the walls with everything.
Yeah.
Kind of left me.
Well, yeah. I mean, we needed to.
Yeah.
We
got
needed
that
to
hot-
move the podcast space, and I have the space clearly to do it. But yeah, it was a little less than finished.
Yep.
And as I said, we needed all the electrical install and everything else. But Carly wanted to do the, deal with all the poly and all the insulation and stuff, which is fantastic that you have experience in that.
Handyman.
Because I wouldn't know the first thing about how to do
I know.
it properly.
That's right.
You get
But
that.
it's getting warmer. It's getting warmer out, so that's
God.
less of a problem.
There you go.
But we'll likely be here another year, so we will see another winter.
Maybe even some
I'm
insulation.
not tearing this
in the
lattice down.
yeah,
Sorry.
Some insulation, maybe even in the ceiling, just to help
if he
keep
does
that.
it, I'm not going around all these pieces and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not doing it either. We'll talk to the
Oh.
landlord about
Yeah.
that.
That's right.
I think the next space will be a place of our own,
Yep.
and we'll have one hell of a podcast
There you
space.
go.
We
That's
might have
right.
to change it. I mean, I don't want to throw away all the jungle, all the plants, but
We're willing to work with anything. Just
Yeah.
call us. We'll help you.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Well,
Yeah.
if we find an unfinished basement,
Yep.
I know who I'm going to call.
We're
That's
gonna have
another beneficial thing about the podcast here too. Is like I said, we hired the honest electrician
Yeah.
to come by and take care of that. It'd feel weird for me to try to find another company, when
company,
I'm
yeah.
sitting here and I'm
You-
getting to know the guests and everything else.
Do you feel comfortable with us, or?
Yeah, no. This
Yeah.
conversation's been great. You guys are easy to talk to. It's been
Awesome.
flowing it's been flowing smoothly. And
I think that's what I tell. I guess I do all the estimates, and I always just tell people, at the end of the day, just go with whoever you feel comfortable with. Like they're going to be in your home, so I think that's one of the biggest things.
I mean, yeah. In the end, we're usually, you're selling yourself, right? People need to feel comfortable. They have to believe what's coming out of your mouth, and that you're going to do what you say, and also what you've, whatever's in the contract. So, yeah, I think Justin's great at that, and I think also on our website, what we've noticed, we're one of the few that have our pictures up, so people know who's coming to their home,
who we are.
Prior to, right? They're sending an email of, can I have a quote, and now they can pull up our website and say, I actually know who I'm sending this to and who's coming.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
a face can go a long way, right?
Yeah.
People,
it's huge.
Yeah,
put our faces all over everything.
I think it's super helpful. I know if I was looking up a company, I'd like to see who's coming to my house, because you start getting stressed not knowing who's coming.
Yeah.
So I think that's a huge thing. So
I'm just thinking it'd be hilarious if I just printed a photo of Mike.
And
just put her up somewhere in the room here.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool, because then we could ask him every once in a while if I had an extra camera and just have it right on
just on
the
his
whole
picture.
time. Yeah, it'd be funny.
Nice.
There's a lot of, part of the, something you want to try to incorporate into this as well is humor, comedy, conspiracy. That's harder. That's harder to do, as I was telling you guys before.
Yeah.
It's a little bit harder to work in.
Yeah.
More interesting. Well, not that it's more interesting than what we're talking about now, but I guess there's enough podcasts out there.
Yes.
JRE is a good one, I'll say.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Why did you guys get into the podcast, or what made you guys think of it?
Well, Mike, I guess, gave birth to this idea originally. He was well aware that I was interested in audio production. I had a studio of my own, so I had a firm grasp on, how to run the audio side of things. And he thought, well, I have you at my disposal. Thanks for taking advantage of me, Mike. He had me at his disposal. In other words, I was able to accommodate that kind of thing. And when it came to the video, it's also fairly easy to get a grasp on and understand. So he thought this could be a very significant way to advertise ourselves, but at the same time help to promote local business. It helps when we're doing fundraisers. For example, they just did a fundraiser for the Alberta Children's Hospital in Cochrane.
Awesome.
If you guys heard about that, the world's longest hockey game. So we were able to also raise awareness about that.
That's awesome.
One of the guests that we had recently was playing, actually, as well, so he helped us to understand what was going on, but the podcast helped raise awareness about that and raise donations and things too. So there's been quite a few different beneficial things to come from this podcast itself, and I commend Mike for the idea, and for allowing me to facilitate as well.
Merging the two worlds, and I think that's actually very smart, like just by Mike, just business wise, of just saying everyone else, especially advertising, it's everyone goes to the traditional signs and maybe you websites, which is fine, but then to integrate a podcast, which is awesome. Like, how many other people are actually doing the same thing, right?
Well, how many other roofing companies, right, do that kind of thing?
I would say probably zero.
Not very common for trades companies to
Don't
really
encourage them.
I'm sorry?
So don't encourage them.
Don't encourage. Nobody likes nobody likes roofing podcasts.
A business and a business.
Nobody likes trades podcasts. Nobody wants to. No, for all you guys watching, don't even think about it.
No, don't think about it. And
But
we're
then
only
again-
going to do no pain, so we're not coming on yours.
Well, healthy competition is also worthwhile. To promote growth. But to put it simply, Mike thought it would be a great thing to do, and so far it has been. So.
I think it's awesome. I have or I guess we have a lot of friends that are in the trade industry, and I tell them about your podcast, and they're just like, "Oh, that's super awesome!" So they keep asking if they can come on too. So
of course, have them reach out to Mike or myself or Carly even, and we can very easily run them through the
there you go.
through the application process. Not that there is one.
The pre-screening.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we actually plan on having a podcast guest that has a podcast of their own, because not just local, like local business, but we don't want to have any confined
just to one genre or whatever.
You have to be an electrician or trades, but there's somebody who I know personally who runs a podcast. He actually interviews, and all of his podcast revolves around local music.
That's awesome.
And so having him on the show as a plan of ours. Nate, if you're watching, man, you're coming up.
There you go.
But yeah, we'd like to have anybody and everybody, right? So long as it's,
Appropriate.
there's appropriate is
Yeah.
one thing, but I guess what I mean is supporting local business, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different
It's
type of
everything,
business
right?
out
Yeah.
there, right? So yeah, it's and which is cool. We get to know other people and we get to promote, right? And Carly, we've got some guests coming on as well. That Carly is going to be taking this position,
Oh,
our
cool.
female guests, which
Awesome.
we've yet to have in the new space.
Yeah.
Carly's excited for that to
I'm very
take the reins on that and
Yes.
conduct the interview.
And networking's powerful, right?
Yeah.
It's a powerful thing.
Yeah,
You know,
certainly.
so.
So it's been all good, and now that this video, when it's done, you guys will be able to share it as well and promote yourselves with it and,
Yeah.
and everything in between. So it's been
Awesome.
beneficial for us and for our guests, and beneficial for the viewers, winning cool stuff.
Yeah.
So remember, mystery word.
Yeah.
Have you heard it yet? Do we have any mystery word guess attempts?
We don't. Not today.
Nobody
no.
has guessed the mystery word. Wow. Well,
I think it's a pretty straightforward one, but
it might be.
don't want to give it
might
away.
Be. Yeah,
I
yeah.
usually guess later during the week, though.
okay.
So
Sometimes.
Any other
it's a
questions
couple
from?
times.
no, you guys are.
Is my mom
In the
watching? My
clear.
mom always watches. She always has questions too.
Does
Not
she?
this time. Maybe she's working today though.
Yeah.
Not sure.
No, just Mike.
Oh.
Just Mike. Well, hey, thanks,
Mike,
Mike.
do you have a question? Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's see what you got. If
I
he's
think
watching
he's-
live,
he's-
you'll have one up here in a minute.
He's gonna go come up with one yet.
Uh-oh.
No pressure, Mike.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
pressure.
Pressure. I was gonna say.
Give
Well,
us
you can
a-
ask your personal questions while you wait there.
Personal questions. Shoe size. No, no. I'm playing, but no, yeah. What we do traditionally is move into more, help the audience to get to know you guys more so outside of business, right?
Yeah.
Because, for
Yeah.
example, they say, hey, like you're a computer whiz
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And you're fixing up my basement, maybe you can help me debug my computer. Right?
Yes.
For example. We'll start with you, Shaun. So outside of business, like what makes you tick?
I guess I'm just a family guy. I got 4 kids.
Hey, all right.
So I'm busy that way. But this awesome partnering with Justin gives me the time to kind of hang out with them.
All right, cool.
One of my hobbies, which used to be one of my things, is I play men's basketball.
Hey.
Yeah, I played high school and I played college.
Sweet.
So after getting married and having kids, can't pursue that anymore. So
yeah.
just to kind of clear my head, I play some basketball. And that I just hang out at home and I watch a lot of sports.
Yeah.
Probably too much sports. My wife would probably say I watch too much sports, guaranteed.
Yeah.
I need to cut that down.
What are you watching mostly?
A mix of everything. So mainly now, obviously NBA playoffs are on,
Right.
and I'll get ready for the NHL playoffs here soon.
Yeah,
so,
cool.
Yeah, anything sports related. I'm watching a little bit of Blue Jays now that they're
Okay.
just a little bit, but yeah, those are my things. Mainly hockey and basketball.
Yeah, right on.
Watch a lot of that. So yeah.
Yeah,
and
I grew up playing hockey, so yeah, hockey's always been a thing for me. Basketball, not a lot of experience in it, but
yeah.
I get pretty giddy when I can sink a 3-pointer. I mean,
There you go. Yeah.
that's
yeah.
rare, but
Yeah.
I'm assuming you have a hoop in your driveway or something.
I do. Yeah. We
Yeah,
got
right
a
on.
hoop a couple years ago, and my son's just starting to play.
Awesome.
One of my daughters are in competitive gymnastics, and then
Oh,
my other
competitive gymnastics.
Yeah, that's busy, and that's new to both of my wife and I because
Okay,
we
cool.
none of us have gymnastics background.
Oh,
So
sure.
just
You
just learning what that's all about and stuff like that. So we're in that world, and then my oldest is kind of just hanging out right now, and she just
thought
turned
you were
13.
good at gymnastics back in the day.
Yeah, no, I hurt myself.
Yeah,
and then my
yeah.
youngest, she's only 3, so she just does
Discovering everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
does what
discovering
3-year-olds do, I guess, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah, I hear ya.
yeah, that's me. Just more, I would say, I'm more a family guy,
Yeah.
right? That's kind of one of the things, that's
Well-
that's the life I chose.
Of course. Well, no, that's
Yeah.
that's commendable as well, right? And
Yeah.
not everybody takes that path, but
Yeah.
for those that do, they are always satisfied with their decisions. And now that you're, sports is a big
Oh,
thing for your family as well, which
Yeah.
is great. So you can kind of live vicariously through your
And that's what
children
it
as
is,
well,
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then kind of being able to be the project manager for what I do, also kind of controlling my days and my schedule. I can also, go, pick up and drop off and go to these events, which helps as well too. Right?
Yeah,
it's kind
of
of those
course.
things like
I think that's
Yeah.
the biggest thing with our businesses where
yeah.
we're able to make it flexible. So
Yeah.
he supports my hobbies. I do a lot of snowmobiling in the winter.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
there we
he,
go.
he
Cool.
take-
in the mountains.
Cool.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
takes
right.
off, and I can
He
make
can-
sure the business is still running.
And
Yeah,
then
cool.
vice versa, we can make time. So if this summer I think you want to go to Ontario for a couple weeks, so
Yep.
he can go and I can take care of whatever. And
Yeah.
definitely a great fit.
Right on. Yeah, I can relate. I mentioned before to you guys as well how Mike was there for us in the same way.
Yep.
Right. I was performing. Right. I was touring with the band and
Yeah.
playing festivals and things. So was also another tradesman working with us
Yeah.
in the same band. So
Yeah.
me and him were gone. Mike was there for us, allowed us
Yeah.
to pursue our dreams, which is cool.
And that's priceless, right? You can't,
priceless,
a lot of people, that's tough to do. And
You can't get back
learning,
time.
yeah, it's like that work-life balance people talk about, and it's you got to learn you got to create it, right?
Yeah.
Work-life balance is different for all of us. Like what he likes to do compared to what I do. It's he's creating his work-life balance, and I'm trying to do the same thing while we're doing what also we love is construction.
Yeah,
Urban
of
city
course.
builders, right? So
Yeah, we like building and constructing stuff, I guess. So
Yeah, right on. And you're out there in the snow building ramps for your
Yeah.
snowmobile. Hey?
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah,
I've actually never been on a snowmobile, but
Neither
I
have
hope
I.
to one day.
Yeah.
That sounds like it'd be exhilarating. I
think-
grew up dirt biking and stuff, so I can
Yeah.
kind of try to transfer those skills, hopefully.
I think
But I really don't know.
I grew up dirt biking too. I still have a dirt bike, and my wife has a dirt bike, but we don't really go much anymore. Just times have changed.
yeah.
But I'm still holding on to them just in case we
Hey, he's
want
got
to
a
go.
couple, yeah, in his garage I saw him. He's got a couple of bikes there.
Yeah, so
Some nice ones he's got to rev up.
snowmobiling, I do a lot of Revelstoke, Golden, and Fernie, and with snowmobiling, I think a lot of people will bring friends out that have never been, and they either love it or hate it. 'Cause, you're usually stuck quite a bit, or you're on the side of a hill and it's always wanting to flip. So, but my favorite thing about snowmobiling is just being out in the backcountry and the views are breathtaking views that you see back there, and just out with the guys. I guess it's like playing hockey or you're just out having a good time.
Yeah.
Enjoying life as much as you can. So
Of course, yeah, it helps you to transcend the everyday grind. You know,
Yeah.
you're up there and it's
You
dead
can
quiet.
shut
right?
your
It's-
mind off and
Just go.
just go. I guess other hobbies. I don't know what else I do. I play hockey on 2 teams. So
Awesome.
That's awesome just to get out, and I think the biggest thing is just getting out with the guys and having a beer and just getting your mind off your everyday work life too.
Yeah.
So, I love hockey. Grew up playing hockey too. So, other than that,
Yeah.
I don't. I'm a YouTuber. I watch a lot of YouTube. No more cable, so
No, I don't blame you. YouTube and Netflix, man. You got
Yep.
everything you need.
my
for sure.
wife will turn on YouTube and she's like, "What were you watching last night?" And I like to watch like crazy, sometimes conspiracy stuff. Or,
Yeah, cool.
I don't know. I watch all kinds of weird stuff, I guess.
Have you heard of Armored Skeptic?
No, I haven't.
That's a cool conspiracy channel.
Is
There's
it?
a million channels,
Yeah.
of course, but what are, say, some of your, top 2 or 3 channels that you're into?
I don't know if I have channels. I just kind of flip through. So
Okay, right on.
we watch as a family. We watch a lot of like Sailing Vagabond. It's called. They're like in the Bahamas, living on a boat with
Cool.
a family. So that's a cool show.
Yeah.
My daughter loves it and my wife loves it.
I like those shows too. Island of Brian.
Yeah. I don't watch that one too much,
Yeah.
but and then you get into some crazy stuff, or don't want to get into too much of it, but
Mike's just sitting there like,
Mike's
come
like,
on, conspiracy, Brody, get up talking about conspiracy.
I was watching one the other day. It came on, and I didn't realize it comes out as like mermaids in the ocean. Some guys saying they're real, and like I'm like, what am I watching? But,
Yeah, no, it's cool. Go down the rabbit hole sometimes, man. It's worth it for
sometimes.
sure.
I guess everyone probably does it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to do a little plug for some of my favorite channels.
Yeah.
I'll give you only 2. One of them, Canadian Prepper.
I watch that all
Canadian
the time.
Prepper
look
is
at you
probably
guys.
my top favorite channel of all time.
He's awesome. I watch that quite a bit actually.
Yeah, he's great.
Do you think like he kind of gets like sometimes a little crazy, and I feel like the world's gonna end the next morning?
Well, I understand. I understand just with the way he's titling his videos.
Yeah.
It's certainly like clickbaity,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I mean, he lives up to it. I mean, he admits that as well too.
Yeah.
But more recently, the majority of his videos have been social commentary just on the Ukraine
Yeah.
situation.
Okay. Yep.
A lot of it, and he plans on making a sub channel for
Oh,
those
yeah,
kind of
I was
videos.
watching that the other day.
But no, I mean, it's never really instilled any real fear, but it is, lit a fire under my ass when it comes to
Yeah.
emergency preparedness, right?
Yeah.
And I've been into him for a few years now, so certainly have taken more interest in.
Speaking of that, my wife has like a massive tote now with like, and just watching his show, I guess, or I watch it. So we got like paracord in there, some like, I don't know what we have, like some buck knives, some like.
Yeah, right on. It's like bug out bag essentials and stuff like that for sure.
We're ready to go.
It's got-
Just throw the tote in the truck, and we could probably last a couple weeks with it.
That's terrific to hear, right? Because state of the world nowadays and how things have been, it's,
Yeah.
emergency preparedness is important.
Yes.
So yeah, Nate, Canadian Prepper, free
Yeah.
plug for you. But I actually purchased something from, he has a store, CanadianPreparedness.com.
Oh, cool.
I bought some stuff. He
cool.
invented the bug out roll, which you
He's,
might have seen on his channel. That's
He's in
really
like
sweet.
Regina, I think, right? Or Saskatchewan? Or
He's
Prince
in
Albert?
Saskatchewan, yeah. I think it's Martinsville or something like that. He
Okay.
talks about it. He's like 4 hours from here, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
cool.
But anyways, yeah, that's cool that you should have an interest in that as well, because you never know what you need to be prepared for.
Yeah. I
And
think, or every day my dad calls me and he always says, live your best life. That's what he always says now that he's getting older. So
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
I think take that to heart these days too and just do what makes you happy.
Yeah, of course. Well, YouTube makes me happy.
Yeah, me too.
Another cool channel, just a quick plug, Demolition Ranch is another cool one. It's just this guy down in Texas who just has, it's all just firearms and
Cool.
shooting stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a
yeah.
really cool
Yeah.
channel, but he's like, whoops, loaded, and he just like brings tanks in and
That's
just does
actually
all
cool.
this. Yeah, he just, Demolition Ranch. Is a
You got
cool one.
you have to have some bank to bring in tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
he-
connections.
Yeah,
Or connections.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I was watching some YouTube channel the other day and they said the average American has 30 guns per person or something.
Holy
Crazy
man,
like
really?
that, or I don't know.
I
But,
wouldn't doubt it. Good
yeah.
old USA.
USA for you.
Yeah, there you go. What about you, Shaun? Like YouTube wise?
Trying to think YouTube wise. One YouTube, like I'm into like business and just streams of income and just different
Good
ways.
on ya. Yeah, good
just
on
the
ya.
ways of thinking. So it's just kind of like,
Gordon Ramsay?
yeah, Rich
or
Dad-
Dave Ramsay, is it?
yeah,
Ramsay,
Rich
right.
Dad Poor Dad
Yeah, that's a good one.
podcast. Rob Dyrdek, I don't know if you know, used to be
Yeah,
empty.
Fantasy Factory?
Yeah, so he has his own podcast and his is all about just investing in businesses.
Okay, cool.
And so I'm that's my biggest thing. I'm a big like investments and businesses and the stock market, just how things work and how money works,
Right.
and just how things are now, right? Just even the money that we deal with now, and just gold and silver, and purchasing some of that myself, and just having learning how to be liquid, and that's
Certainly
huge,
important.
right? And knowing your net worth. Like a lot of people don't even know what their net worth are, right?
I see.
And how to be liquid and
Yeah.
not just buying more assets than liabilities.
Yeah.
So I'm into that. So Rob Dyrdek, Rich Dad Poor Dad. What else do I watch? Just trying to think here.
Is the Rich Dad Poor Dad? He's always saying to buy tuna, right? On his.
Yeah.
He's like, it doesn't matter,
Yeah.
gold or silver, you can't eat it. But he's like,
His
buy-
biggest thing is stock market's going to crash, which it's crashed many times.
Yeah.
So but yeah, he's all about into crypto. I'm into crypto too as well. That's my biggest thing too. Is just
I've got some Dogecoin.
Yeah.
I only entered the market like 4 or 5 months ago. But
Yeah.
Okay. I've been in for a while now. I've been in
yeah.
for 4 years now. So
Do you
kind of
think
just
crypto's going to stay around forever, or if
that's really hard to say.
It's hard to say. Yeah.
yeah. Some of these obviously some of these coins are just they're just fads. But then there's actual knowing what some of these coins are, if there's utility behind them or store value. So like Bitcoin's huge right now.
Yeah.
And I was getting into Bitcoin after the first run up. And then when it was basically coming back down and dying, like reading more into it, I'm like, there's something about this. And so I got in when it started to crash. And
wow.
and then now, and I just knew eventually they're going to start marketing Bitcoin again, because then you got to get the retail investors in, right? And start running it back up. But right now, to me, Bitcoin's just a store of value. It's just where people can park money. It's, and have it there, and it's a liquid form. If you need to liquidate quick, you can liquidate quick.
Right.
Will there be a utility behind it? I don't think so. I think it's just your crypto, like Bitcoin's maybe your crypto gold right now, where if you're not going buying gold bars, you're parking cash right there. Is it volatile? It's very volatile. That's for sure.
I see.
But there's other coins out there that people can research. But yeah, that's me. I'm investments, crypto, learning how to, look into assets, asset building, income streams,
Right.
just, being more financial stable and kind of almost getting away from what we've been taught, because we haven't been taught, in society, in my opinion.
Of
It's,
course. You
everything's
yeah.
about debt, right? Go get a credit card, run it up, go buy vehicles, payments. We've learned to live on payments. And for me, I'm just like, try to get away from that.
Good. Yeah, no, like I commend you for your interest in that field of knowledge, because it's more applicable than people realize, right?
Yeah.
being able to generate passive income,
That's right.
and things of that sort are extremely important to understand and utilize.
Yeah.
So I mean, we could go on and on about that. No doubt about it.
Oh yeah.
And
keep going
luckily,
on.
YouTube is just an incredible wealth of
where
information.
you can
Yeah.
learn a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
if it's good learning or bad learning.
Well, it's
Well,
just,
that's,
that's
you know.
what critical thinking comes in, right? You can
Yeah.
watch 50 different things about the same topic, and you got to take that information and see what's actually, is it useful, or is it just a bunch of gibberish, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
usually you can bounce off something someone else is saying that someone else is saying. So you got to think, if 5 people are saying the same thing, there's got to be some truth behind it. So then,
Right.
And then sometimes you got to put your own action to it and test it. And if it doesn't work, hey, maybe it wasn't something for me, right? But you're right. There's a million things out there now, but you got to weed through some of it. But sometimes, some of it's crap.
Take the
Some of
good
it,
with the bad.
yeah. But some of it's, you're just like, okay, well, some of these wealthy people out here obviously have been doing something different, and some of these guys now are dropping breadcrumbs.
Yeah, exactly.
On
Sharing.
social media, and then you're realizing, okay, there's some truth behind this.
Yeah. Do you
Right.
watch Kevin O'Leary at all?
Not as much. Like I
No.
used to be huge into Shark Tank and
He seems
stuff.
like
Just
he-
kind of watch
He's
that.
changed a bit or something on his podcast now. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't seem like the old days anymore with
No,
Kevin O'Leary.
he was like,
Is he the Boston Pizza guy or?
no, that's
okay.
Jim.
I was Dragon's
Yeah.
Den with
Yeah.
him, but yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, yeah, he's and yeah, he was like in the beginning, he didn't even, crypto is horrible, Bitcoin's
Yeah,
bad.
now he's
Now
invested.
he's all over it, right?
Now Bitcoin's like
Yeah.
$56,000 a pop.
Because
right?
what you
Yeah,
need,
it's wild.
yeah.
But yeah.
And at that point, it's in his best interest to probably in the beginning to say it's bad because he's probably buying.
probably.
Crypto's
go.
horrible. Buy,
Yeah,
buy.
yeah, yeah.
Crypto's
Stocks will
great.
go down.
Time to liquidate.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
I actually was in a Memory Express the other day. They have a Bitcoin ATM.
There you go. Right?
I didn't walk up to it,
No.
but I assume you could buy fragments of a fragment of a fragment
Yeah.
of it at this
And
ATM
some
or
places
something
are
like that.
taking it, right? So you got to think there's something behind it, right? If it starts to become somewhat of a payment, like,
Yeah, NFTs and everything else in
Yeah.
between, like it's going to become more and more
Yeah.
public and,
Yeah.
and more integrated into the system, more so than we realize. Might take a few more years, but
for sure.
to
right?
understand it now best you can is important, right? So
Yeah. Learn now. Do your homework.
Yeah.
cool. Carly,
We have a winner.
we have a winner.
Is that why you said my name?
No, actually, I was going to ask you YouTube video, like YouTube channels. Give us one. What's one of your favorite?
What you watch?
I
watch
got her
Canadian
pretty hard into
barbecue
prepping.
every
Yeah,
day.
I got
Yeah?
her hard into prepping.
I bought a bunch of cans of beans and tuna out of
Oh, yeah.
panic the
There
other
you
day.
go.
Out of
I watched. You
panic.
said, "Do you get scared?" I watched the one where he's like, "Russia did this." I'm
Yeah.
like, "We're going to Walmart."
Yeah.
I got a bunch of beans and rice. Spent like $75.
Lots
and
of
I felt
rice.
so
Mylar
good.
bags on the doorstep from
Yeah.
But
Amazon.
yes, we
There
also
you
do
go.
have a winner.
Cool. Right on. Who's
Awesome.
our winner?
His name is Michael.
Michael.
William Michael, not William.
You're a
Michael.
winner, baby. All
job,
right.
Michael.
Awesome.
So
You're weird.
I'm weird. I don't have the accent. That's awesome powers, babe.
I know what it is.
Michael, sweet. This coming Monday, we're going to go live at 3 p.m. and we're going to give you an opportunity to win $500 cash.
Oh, awesome.
And actually, since our last prize video, we got in a bunch of other merchandise for the prize. Obviously, we have Bluetooth speakers now, and we have battery banks and things. So we'll be able to give you a choice that we'll throw in with one of these spiffy backpacks as well, the No Payne picnic backpack. So hey, right on, Michael. Thanks for playing, and I will be in contact with you before Monday, or most likely on Monday.
There you go.
But
Good job, Michael.
hey, right on.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Cool. Well, you know what? This has been a great podcast.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool having more than one person in here because I'm not just.
Talking
You
to
know.
one person.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes there's some silence, blah blah blah. It
Yeah.
is what it is.
No
but it's
dead air
nice.
here.
It's nice having a couple people in here for sure. It's a nice variety, and it's nice that we were able to relate on a few things. As a Canadian prepper, you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm like, finally, somebody finally knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's I don't know. I enjoy his show. He
Yeah, for
says
sure.
in his show now too. He's like, don't take this to like hard or whatever. I don't want to get you scared. Like, but he's
Yeah.
like, this is what you should do or whatever. You're like, I don't know.
It's worthwhile, and
Yeah.
he's really consistent with his uploads, which is really awesome too. But no, for those of you who are curious, he has lots of videos on how to store fuel properly. I mean, he
Yeah.
has videos about the real shelf life of canned goods, and
Yeah.
like he has hundreds and hundreds of videos. But I like some of his more like long form
Yeah.
videos too. He has like 3-day 3-day extreme cold camping experience video.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's cool.
An hour long videos like that. But
Yeah.
anyways, I don't want to go on too much about Canadian Prepper, although I could.
Yeah.
We should get him on the
Although I could.
podcast.
You should.
You should
Oh, Brody you'd cry. You'd be like
Reach out.
shaking the whole time.
He-
reach out.
Man, you know
might
what?
He
That
DM'd
would be
him.
super cool.
Oh, did he?
Did
Oh,
not
I've
get
been.
back to him yet.
He
Oh,
didn't,
okay.
but no, I don't blame him.
He's
He's
been
got
ignored.
thousands of people. He's like close to 800,000 subscribers
Oh,
now too,
wow.
which is
So
cool.
he's
But he's
serious.
got other podcasts because
Yeah.
they think preparedness. I don't know if you ever saw that one. They have 4 episodes now, but Canadian Prepper, the Urban Prepper, full spectrum survival, and there's a bunch of prepper channels, but like 4 of them came together to do like a live stream Q&A, kind of like
Oh,
just
cool. Yeah,
amongst
yeah,
the 4
yeah.
of them. But
You see that with some of the big time podcasters or
Mm-hmm.
people on YouTube. They'll come together and do one big show, and
yeah,
people are like, I love all 4 of these guys. So why wouldn't you?
yeah, it's worthwhile,
in.
no doubt about it. But anyways, I'm getting a little too invested in the Canadian Prepper thing, I think, right now. But,
Back to Urban City.
Yeah.
Urban City. Yeah, well, we had a winner. He guessed city, I'm assuming. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
Mike
those of
had
you
to
who
give some hints, but-
who
Because
didn't
it's
know.
okay.
city builders,
Yeah.
I guess. So-
Yeah. You said Mike had to drop some hints?
He did, yeah. He said it was like C, and then people were guessing. We got concrete as one. We got channel because we started going off on YouTube channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got also condensation was a good guess.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a good guess.
It's
for
because
sure.
it was in our name,
Yeah.
and we knew people. I'm like, this is gonna be a bit tougher because we're gonna say our name, but they're
Yeah.
gonna think we're just plugging our name.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. Someone got it.
I'm
Hopefully
happy
they
we
win
got a
the
winner.
money.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm
Awesome.
happy. I wonder if he's gonna
Take the money.
guess the mystery bag, the one with the
I want someone to.
$500 in
I
it.
want to celebrate like that.
Yeah, I know. I also want to like just
Ah.
we gotta get an air horn before then because we gotta get those confetti poppers too.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
no.
If you clean
If
it
you
up.
clean it up.
I know.
I
Yeah,
said
no.
it first. I
Yeah.
said it
Have you seen
first.
that one family on Instagram that the father's a cop, and they post videos? They get each other every time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and
so
then
like,
the kid comes in
yeah, and the
sometimes.
mom's in it, and they have those poppers,
Yeah.
and the mom will come in, and they're like, boom. The dad's got a great shot. Obviously, he's in the police
Yeah.
force, and the kids. And sometimes like he'll walk in, and one kid will throw him one, and he'll catch it, and then 2 other, and they'll pop up, and it's like
Is it?
it's just awesome.
On the Instagram.
Yeah,
It's
you
on
go.
Instagram,
Show me
yeah.
that.
Well,
on
yeah, the
Canada.
wife like she hung herself in a closet once, like
Oh,
in
wow.
someone's garment bag.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
He
popped
opened it up. Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
was a good one.
Yeah.
I'll show you
He'll come
this.
home from work. He'll just open the garage door, and then like 3, boom.
Right
Yeah.
on.
You guys have Canadian Prepper. We have people
Is it
blowing
like
things up at each other.
Is this
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
TikTok Reels or something, or?
No, it's just like their Instagram page,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
it's just like
You
this
can find little
family.
compilations of it.
Yeah,
I think another stream that would bring us all together. Fail vids, right? Who doesn't
Yes.
like fail videos? Come on.
I love
fail
fail
yeah,
videos.
actually, I said that, but she's not huge into fail vids because
Yeah.
they
She
got
hates-
hurt. They
she
hit their
did get
face.
hurt.
This
Yeah.
person probably got hurt.
I like
It's
watching like cute videos.
That's
like,
when they slow
genders.
mo when the people get hurt, like their face come off the curb after a skateboard trick.
yeah,
and
yeah.
like,
And you
ooh.
watch you watch the wave through their whole face.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, or snap femur.
I like
or
the
leg.
ones with the fail with like the ships coming in and they go like right through all the boats and
Oh,
then
stuff
up
like
onto
that,
the
like the
port.
large scale ones
Yeah.
are
Yes.
intense. Like say like a 200-foot crane that just
Yeah,
gives
collapse.
downtown, stuff like that. I mean, yeah, a lot of people probably got
Right,
hurt.
Yeah.
hurt, but-
I was gonna say I don't like watching something. Oh, they probably
don't
died.
s-
yeah,
Yeah. You're not thinking about
No,
that.
Yeah.
you're just saying, wow, like this
Yeah.
shouldn't be
That's
happening.
they got hurt. I'll go as far as they got really hurt.
Yeah.
They're injured. Yeah.
Cool. We're pushing just over an hour now, guys. So I
Awesome.
think I guess we're ready to wrap up. you
Yeah.
know. It's cool that we had this opportunity to just chat as well, the 4 of us, which was we didn't ask Daniel. Eh? It's one of your favorite YouTube channels, man.
No.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna guess, and I think anything that has to do with photography,
I was gonna say,
videography,
yeah.
and stuff like
Photography
that.
and videography.
Yeah.
You got to watch some tutorials, learning
Yeah,
new
but
skills.
not, I don't have like any specific.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
yeah. If you
You're-
want to
just
just,
search it up and then I just find the
Yeah.
best for me. Yeah.
if someone has a nice shot, how do they do that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, his Instagram's really sweet. Got a lot of cool shots on there.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
right on,
we'll
man.
have to follow.
Okay, cool. Well,
Thanks
we
for-
have a winner. Yes, of course.
Thanks for having us again,
Yep.
and maybe we'll come back in the future. And next time, maybe it won't be a jungle; it'll be
Yep.
Outer space.
something crazy.
Yeah, well,
sci-fi.
Yep.
Joe Rogan's a great influence because Mike's like, you got to get the same microphones as Joe Rogan has.
Yeah.
and I knew what they were. The
Watch his
Shure
podcast
Shure
or the-
SM7B.
He has 0 themes to his podcast, so it's just.
Well, he
white
changed his
theme
room.
with
It was an
freaking white
open with
walls.
the red curtains, and then
Yes.
he changed it. It's brick with these murals of famous
Oh, I don't watch it, but
mug
the clips
shots.
I've seen are
And
like-
now I think he's still on like the spaceship interior with
Oh,
all
is
the
he?
red
Yeah,
lights.
yeah.
I'm not sure. I haven't watched it. He switched to Spotify or whatever.
Yeah, he is. He's on Spotify.
Yeah,
now,
so,
and
like,
he moved to Texas.
We only have
yeah.
clips now on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of fell off the wagon a bit with Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
But only because I can't just like put on a 5-hour long episode
Yeah.
and listen to it.
Yeah,
Because like
it's
the
long.
whole Alex Jones returns, some of those episodes with Alex Jones
Yeah.
and Eddie Bravo and
Yeah.
stuff. Like
Oh yeah, he
those
does
were-
like 2-hour podcasts. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's a
some of those
long
were really
sitting.
great. But
Oh, we had a commenter comment their favorite YouTube.
oh, right on.
Oh,
What is
cool.
it?
Well, it's called Bailey Sarian. You guys won't know this, but she talks about murder cases while doing her makeup. I've seen it.
Oh, is that the
It's
same
pretty
girl that?
cool. Yeah.
Who's that girl? That reminded me of that girl who does makeup tutorials, but like on
Oh.
drugs or something. She like smokes,
that
like does a
shit's
whole
so
bunch
funny.
of yeah.
That's,
She like gets really, really baked.
guys
Somebody
should
who
watch that.
doesn't,
It's
and just does makeup
Wow.
videos.
It reminds me of an old one. I forget the chick's name, but she used to drink tons of wine and then cook.
Oh,
And she'd just be like hammered.
similar type
I
thing.
think-
yeah.
My type of thing.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
based off of like she'd come home from like the bar or the club, and obviously you're hammered by then and you're super hungry. If you're not like blackout drunk, and then so she turned it into a YouTube thing.
What can you cook? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Watch
cool.
that.
That'd be a cool. We'll look for that one.
Everything had red wine in it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
So-
probably.
No, yeah. Thanks for having us on. Obviously,
Cool.
check out Urban City on Instagram.
Yeah, for
And our
sure.
website too as well. If you're looking for a basement development or
Yeah. Any questions?
yeah,
too,
a
just
reno or
feel
something
free
like
to-
that, we got some builder background here too. So
Any questions?
Just
Yeah.
shout.
Feel free to reach out to us, and we love to help answer you anything you need answered.
Yep.
So
or anything
Yeah,
quoted.
terrific. Well, yeah, thanks a lot, Justin, Shaun, both of you guys for being here. It's been a total blast, and we'll say thank you to our guests as well for tuning in. I'm happy that one of you guys guessed the mystery word. This time around it was city. And as I've already said, our winner Michael now has an opportunity at winning $500 cash along with a no Payne picnic backpack and another cool gift, right? So, hey, be sure to tune in on Monday at 3 p.m. for that. And we will also be live again next Thursday with another podcast guest. So thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Mike, for putting all of this together. Thanks again, Justin and Shaun, for being here. Don't forget Urban City Builders. They can do your basement and everything in between. Make sure you check out their Instagram and give them a call if you need them. So thanks, everybody. Bye-bye. Take care. Happy Thursday.
You didn't put the No Pain logo on the thank you for watching.
What are you talking about?
Bye, everybody.